Hello everyone, it's me, Sarah Setters. I am going to be showing you how to do a Zoom Sunday School video chat so that you all can start meeting together on Sunday mornings or whenever you all choose to meet. Just a good way to keep some semblance of normalcy happening and all that good stuff going on while we are social distancing and can't gather together. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Zoom's website. So if you go to zoom.com, it's going to take you to a website. You're going to want to sign up for free. So I've already made an account because I've been using Zoom, so you'll just sign up for free, you'll make an account, all that. When you make your account, it will probably ask you, now you don't have to do this, but it will ask you to download an app. So if you're using your phone, you can do this on your phone or a computer or an iPad, tablet, whatever you're using, but it will ask you to download an app. You don't have to, you can use this from your web browser, but if you're wanting to participate in a meeting, you'll click join a meeting. And then you'll type in the ID or the password for the meeting here where it says join meeting. Type it in and then it will take you to the chat room or the video conference room, whatever you want to call it. If you download the app, and this is what the desktop version of the app looks like, the app for your phone or tablet looks similar to this. But as you can see, I have several options here when I look at my screen. I can start a new meeting, I can join a scheduled meeting, I can schedule a meeting, and I can share my screen. So as you can see, I have a meeting starting in about 4 minutes. And when I'm ready to start that meeting, I'll click start. You don't want to start your meeting early because with groups of larger than 4, you have 40 minutes. Now, there is a way around that I will get to later, but you don't want to start these super early. But let's talk about how to schedule a meeting. So you have a Sunday school class or a small group that you want to meet with, and you want to schedule a meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule a meeting for my Sunday school class for Sunday morning. So Sunday school is what I'll call it. Then I need to choose a date. So on the date, you need to go down to the calendar. I'm going to schedule this for next Sunday on the 26th, and I'm going to make the meeting time 9:30. 9:30 and then to 10, which again, it can go longer than that, but that's just what I'm going to set it with for now. You can require that it has a password, and then you're going to want to make sure that the videos are on. I don't want it to have a password, I just want it to have the meeting ID that people can go to. And then you need to make sure that people can use it with their phones or with computer audio. And then this is going to sync to my calendar. I can make it set to my Google Calendar, Outlook, any other calendar that you have. There's some more advanced options, like enable a waiting room. That's if you want to moderate who can enter and who can't. You can establish a waiting room. If you want people to be able to join before you start the meeting, you can enable join before the host. And then you can automatically set for your meeting to record if you want to. I don't want any of those options right now, so I'm just going to leave it as is. And then if I want to make it recurring, I can do that as well. So I'm going to click schedule. And then I'm just going to make it home. So now I've made a new meeting. Now, later on, I'll show you how to invite people to the meeting, but let's go ahead and start this meeting. So now you can see that I'm on my screen. I'm going to click join with computer audio. And I'll make it automatic. So now I've joined with my computer audio. People will be able to see you and hear you speak when you do this. And then if you don't want to have yourself on the video, you can simply click stop video and your name pops up instead of it seeing your face. If you have extra background noise, like you have grandkids, kids, pets, whatever happening in the background that you don't necessarily want everyone to hear because it'll interfere with the audio some, you can just mute yourself by clicking the mute button. And then when you're ready to speak, you can unmute it. So I've unmuted myself so people who join this meeting will be able to hear me when they join. The next thing that you should know is that you can record your meetings. So I start recording myself. This will record through the whole meeting and it will save. So if you want to share this out with people, you can do that as well. But since I'm recording it here on my phone for you all, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. So it tells me that this will be converted to an MP4 file when the meeting ends. So there are some cool things that you can do with Zoom. And the first one is a chat. So for example, if you have a discussion question and there are multiple people talking. All right, now that we have seen how to start a meeting, what I'm going to do now is show you some of the features that Zoom has while you are in the meeting. So you can see the participants here. When this would be a meeting with other people in it, obviously there would be more people's names. You can click on their names and you can turn on their video. You can mute them, that means turning off their audio to where you can't hear them, or you can make them the host. So right now I'm the host because I created the meeting. But let's say you had to leave the meeting for whatever reason, but you wanted to continue to let the other people be in the meeting, you would need to make someone else the host. That way the meeting doesn't end when you leave. So you'd make them the host. You can do all that. You can also turn people's cameras on and off and all that. Snoop, what are you doing, buddy? You can also use this feature down here, the chat, to talk to the whole group. You can send messages to everyone, or you can select individuals. When there are more participants, you can select an individual and send a private message to that person. If you don't want it, if you have something that you don't want going to the whole group. And then the next feature is the reactions button. So if you look down here at the bottom of your screen, you have this little smiley face for reactions. So you can send a thumbs up, or you can send a clapping emoji just to let the presenter know like a thumbs up, you're ready, good job, whatever, clapping your hands. Then there is the share screen feature. So in this, you have several options. So if you have a phone connected to your computer, you can connect your phone using AirPlay or with a cord. So if your phone is plugged in, you can share what's something that's on your phone with that, if that's something you wanted to do, or you can use the whiteboard feature. So you just click whiteboard and then you click share. Now this is something that anyone in the meeting can do. So it is not something that only the host can do or the person leading the meeting. Anyone can do this. So there are lots of things that you can do on the whiteboard. So you can type things. You can add stamps with pictures, so I can put some hearts or a star, some arrows, a check mark, an X, question marks. Those are all the stamps that they offer. And then you can also draw. So you can draw a smiley face, however you want to do it, or you can have ready-made shapes, and all that stuff is there. So you can do fun things. One thing that my Sunday school class did was we had a game night via Zoom where we played Pictionary. So we used the whiteboard feature to draw our pictures for Pictionary. And that's something that the private chat was good for as well, because while I was hosting the game, I was the one running the game, I could send an individual chat to a person and tell them what they're supposed to draw. That way no one else sees it. So that way you can actually play. Alright, so talking about sharing a screen. So we talked about the whiteboard and how you can use your phone, but you can also share what's on your desktop and in your browser. So if I wanted to show a video clip, if I wanted to share something from YouTube, all I would need to do is first I would optimize screen share for a video clip just to make the sound better for the other people in the meeting, and then I would click my browser. So the browser I'm using is Safari. This will show up if it's Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, whatever browser you're going to use. And then I'm just gonna click share, and it takes you to my screen. So I can go to YouTube and then from there I can choose the video that I want to share
Get close
with the group
to the words of the prophets.
And then this video is going to be on their screen. So whatever is on your screen that you're looking at in the internet is going to be on your participants' screens as well. So I'll stop the share, and then I will show you how to screen share with your desktop. So I'm gonna go here, that's something that's open on my desktop, and I'm gonna click share. So this is one thing that's there, one thing that's up and open, but I could also choose to show if I have a picture that I want to share or some sort of document that I wanted to share, I could do that. So if I wanted to share a Word document, something that I had typed up, I can do that. And now everyone can see what I have up on my computer, not just on the internet and not just in the app. So I'll go ahead and stop the share there. And that is screen sharing. Another thing that you can do is you can record your meetings. So if you want to save this meeting for later to share with other people, you can click record and it will record and save it for you there. When there are more participants up here in this top screen, you can change your view. So it'll automatically be set to the speaker view. So that means whoever's talking is who the screen is or whose video is showing. And then you can change it to gallery mode where you can see everyone's screen. So if you have it in gallery mode, there will be several little bubbles here, kind of like the Brady Bunch opening theme song thing. The next thing that I'll show you is how to share this meeting with other people. So I want to invite people to join my meeting. So you will do this probably before you start your meeting because you only have a limited time. So I have my meeting. I'm going to copy the invitation. So the invitation has been copied to my clipboard. So then I can go and I can share this with people. So if your Sunday school class has a distribution list and email, your teacher has that. Your teacher can then just go to wherever they have the distribution list saved. They can compose an email and then they would add the class members. So you would add your class members here. You would probably want to put in the subject link to Sunday school meeting. And then all you need to do is paste it here. It gives you the link that all your Sunday school class members need to do is click the link, and then if your meeting has a password, they would then type in the meeting ID and then use the password. You can take off the passwords, obviously, for your meeting. That way anyone can join in. And then you would just send this out. However, you have another option. So my Sunday school class does not have a email distribution list set up. We use Facebook to get out our information to each other. So what we've been doing is we have a Facebook group created. So if a lot of your members are on Facebook and have Facebook accounts, I would suggest that you make a Facebook group because it's super easy to stay in contact with a large number of people, especially when you don't have their emails. All you need to do is go to your group and then copy and paste the link into your post. It has the link here. They have all the information that they need, and then you just click post. And then anyone who's in this Facebook group can join the meeting. Now this is not a real meeting, so I'm going to delete this post. Another option that I have is that I can just post this to my personal page. So if there are more people that aren't in this group, in my Facebook group, that I would like to have in the Sunday school meeting, maybe you know some friends who their Sunday school class is not doing an online meeting, you can post it to your page. That way, anyone who is a Facebook friend with you has the option to join your Sunday school meeting. All you need to do is click post, and then they have access to it. So that is how you share the meeting. So if I go back to the Zoom app, I'll go ahead and end this meeting. When the host ends the meeting, it ends it for everyone. So if people want to keep meeting, you need to change who the host is. So we talked about scheduling a meeting. So if I scheduled a meeting, and I'll change it to 10 p.m. tomorrow, and I'm going to leave it as Sarah's Zoom meeting. I'm going to take off the password. I can add it to my calendar and all that. I'll schedule the meeting, and then here it is, and then here is the invite again. So it automatically added it to my calendar, and then it gave me the invite to use. So I have my invite. I can then from there take it to my email or to social media and put it out that way. You can also set up your meetings to be reoccurring. So if you don't want to keep creating new meetings, you can do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this meeting. Another feature that Zoom meetings have is moderation or a waiting room. So I'll go ahead and show you how to do that. So if I'm going to host a meeting, or schedule a meeting rather, when I schedule the meeting, I can click the feature for a waiting room. So to find that, that's in the advanced settings, you need to click enable waiting room. So what that does, it allows the host to decide who's coming into the meeting before they actually join. So whoever has the link and the password can ask to join, and then you physically click them in to the meeting. That way, if you don't want to open to everyone, that way you can be in control of who is showing up and who isn't. So that is something that you can do. There are a lot of other settings, so if you want people to be able to join before you do, you can do it that way. You can mute all your participants upon entry. That way you don't hear all the background noise, like if they have dogs, kids, all that TV going on. That way you don't hear it. And then you can set it to automatically record your meeting. And then up here is where you make it a recurring meeting. So if you want it to happen over and over again, you would need to check this box. So that's how you would do that. And that is Zoom. So super easy to use once you get everything set up. For users, not hosts, all they need to do is click the link, and it will ask them to either download an app and make an account or for free, or it'll just take them right to it if they already have it set up. Thank you.